we're back here live from the 42nd annual Huntsville City Classic here in Huntsville, Alabama at Huntsville High School. Right now, we are watching Fairfield versus James Clemens in the third quarter. James Clemens leads Fairfield 31-30. Well, not anymore, as Jeff Duncan knocks down a little short jump shot, and Fairfield takes the lead 32-31 with 2:57 left in the third quarter. Very good basketball game, but we are here right now live. And y'all might not have ever seen the face before, but I'm pretty sure you've heard the voice on the iBall Radio live stream each and every week that we come on. It's our #1 resident caller. And since we're in Huntsville, only will not be right unless we brought on our guy, Lance from Huntsville. Lance, what's going on, my guy?
Hey, enjoying some holiday basketball just like you guys.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a back and forth basketball game right now. James Clemens takes another 1 point. Fairfield takes another 1 point lead, 34-33. Lance, since you've been here, man, kind of talk to me about what have you seen so far today in the Huntsville City Classic?
Well, this game in particular, I like that Fairfield in the first half cannot figure out the half-court trap that Frankie had going. And now they got it figured out, and it was starting to creep away from them, and now they got the lead. So I like good coaching. Right,
good coaching, man. And a guy who's really playing well for James Clemens is Noah Gorman. He's really knocking down a couple of shots, number 23 for Fairfield. He's been playing very, very well. In the first half, actually, he had, pull my stats out here. He had 6 in the first half, making some timely shots, and just makes another one there. But that pressure, like you said, Lance, that pressure that James Clemens has been putting on Fairfield in the first half and that half-court trap is still seeming to giving them a little bit of trouble, as Fairfield, with all those guards that they got that work very well, still seem to be struggling with the pressure.
Yeah, for sure. And James Clemens is proven to be an unselfish basketball team too, like really sharing the basketball, looking for the guy with the open shot, nobody, just dribbling out the shot clock like we saw in a couple games earlier.
Right. That shot clock has made a difference. We have seen a couple of shot clock violations here so far throughout the day. And the good thing about it is, man, having these kids starting to learn to play up under the shot clock. I commend Coach Christian Swears and Huntsville High for playing under the shot clock in this tournament, making everybody do it, right? This game, man, is a 4A squad versus 7A squad. And over the last couple of weeks, we've seen a bunch of lower classification schools be able to hang with the big boys. We've seen like a Montgomery Academy, a 3A school. They beat a 7A school in Auburn. We saw a 3A school in Midfield beat another 7A school. I think it was Austin last week. So these lower classification schools are really stepping up and beating the bigger classification schools. What do you think that's a testament to? Is you just think it's days and times, or is it really parity coming in high school basketball?
I think it all has to do with the defensive end of the court.
Yeah.
The teams that play on the defensive end, it doesn't matter your classification.
And that's a good way to put it, because, that's a travel. That's a tough call. But yeah, like I say, teams that guard. And the good thing about this, the reason I love Huntsville High so much in this facility is because they play on a 94/50. Right? This is a regulation court. This is what these guys are going to see when it comes to the state championship and the regionals, and they play in these bigger facilities, these bigger gyms. It gets them used to that, right? And Huntsville High in this facility does a great job. But watching them do this, you don't see a lot of teams full court press as much. Like in high school, you see a lot of full court presses. Jeff Duncan gets 2 feet in the paint again. He's starting to turn up right now. But in high school, you don't see. You see a lot of full court press because they're playing on smaller courts with bigger teams that can stretch you out. But in here, you hadn't seen a lot of guys press 94 feet so far.
No, the Freds of the world and the other, point guards that we've seen at this classic here just can negate that, because they can take that pressure, find the open guy, and, 2 passes, 3 passes, it's a layup.
Right, exactly. Like I say, when you got a solid point guard, somebody who can control pace, who's poised under pressure and can get you into your sets, an extension of the coach from the sideline, you really see those teams flourish on bigger courts. Because like you say, those guys know how to alleviate pressure, right? They know how to get past it. They know how to throw over it. And in this game, Fairfield has a couple of good point guards in DeMarcus Williams, Jeff Duncan, and the young guy in Eric Williams, right? And he's a flash, right? He's a blur. And they've been doing a better job in the full court, but however, they've been struggling a little bit in the half court pressure.
You know, and that's what I mentioned to Breezy before the game started. I said, man, Fairfield's going to get this thing up and down. But James Clemens has done a good job, especially in that first half, throwing that half court trap on them. And they early were not making good choices with the basketball.
Yeah. Also for outside of Noah Gorman, for James Clemens, London Townsend has really been playing well. He has a really good body, bro. Since he was in at Madison, at Westminster a couple of years ago with Chase McCarty, his body has really changed. He doesn't even look like the same player right now. And as we see it, they are sitting out there.
Frankie's coming unglued.
Hey,
bro.
listen, Frankie will sit on that basketball. And he just tried to sit on the basketball and get a shot. And guess what happened? Shot clock violation at the end of a quarter. It's 3.3 seconds left as Jeff Duncan comes down, heaves it, and it's short. Online, just short. But that's a testament to it, right? These guys not used to playing under the shot clock.
The game plan for this last quarter stretch here is to get 24 more involved for James Clemens. He's got it. I mean, he's got 6,
right?
But he's got to get some more touches in my.
Frankie, maybe run a set for him. Maybe come out of this out of this quarter and run a set for him. Get him involved, right? Because if they don't, they're gonna struggle because Fairfield's taking that lead. Fairfield's been on a run since the second half started. How is James Clemens going to stop the bleeding, right? And the best way, they're playing great defense. We've said that a couple of times already. Who's going to be the guy to step up and score the basketball?
Well, if you notice what Fairfield has done in the second half is they have attacked that half court press with a 2-guard front,
right?
And that's really helped them get something going toward the basket instead of the sideline.
Great adjustment by Coach Maurice Ford, right? Because we saw in the first half, DeMarcus Williams and Jeff Duncan was struggling. Like you say, he went to a 2-guard front against that pressure, and it has alleviated it somewhat. Now James Clemens comes out, and they go to a man-to-man. Let's see how Fairfield attacks this, as they've been looking at a zone for most of this game all day. Pick and roll, Jeff Duncan. Swing it. Nice move inside. Jamaria.
Big, strong bucket.
Yep.
And I like that the coach drew that up coming out of the quarter there.
Right. We love ATOs, man. We love ATOs. But that's Jamarion Hamilton. He's a football player, right? He didn't, at the beginning of the season, he wasn't there for Fairfield, him or Jeff Duncan. And then he came out of football season with a little bit of an injury. And now he's back. And you could tell his athleticism and size and physicality really changes the dynamics for this Fairfield team. If you look at this Fairfield team on the court right now, that doesn't look like a 4A program. That does not look like a 4A program with the size of those guys, the girth, right, and the height with MJ Jones. You just love the way this team looks. As Jamarian, hey, Lance, one thing I have not seen is driving me crazy in this classic today. Why do guys stop using the jump stop?
You finished my sentence for me. You read my
goodness.
Just
gracious.
play on 2 feet, right?
Just play on 2 feet, man. Like the jump stop still works. And what people don't understand is Noah Gorman from deep. Bang, missed it.
So here we are, almost 2 minutes gone, and 24 has not touched the ball.
Has not touched the ball. Like I say, it is their third possession of the quarter, and he still has not touched the ball. I do not think James Clemens can win this basketball game if London Townsend does not get more involved. And when I say more involved, I mean more involved. Nice bucket there. Number 15, that is Alexander Blue. Big guy here for James Clemens, scores on the inside. James Clemens gets another turnover in the half court, man. Like I say, if I'm Frankie,
I wonder if he's going to go back to that. You know, he's gone just straight man
right
this quarter. I wonder if he's going to go back to that half court trap, because that's what's been, oh, nice.
Nice back door. Great deliver by Townsend and a finish by Noah Gorman and one at the basket.
I tell you what, 23 can play for me.
Yeah, man. Noah Gorman is really hooping, bro. I really like what I see from him. And like I said, he was one of the guys that was featured at
about that full court dime he had.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, he was one of the guys featured at the iBall Radio North Alabama Media Day back in November for the preseason. He was one of the guys that the James Clemens brought by the feature. And like I said, he just caught that backdoor pass and finished at the end one. But like Lance just said, in the first half, he had a full court bounce pass that was a dime to Soto, who finished it on the other end. So here they go. They're picking up their full court pressure. But like I say, good point guards alleviate pressure. Jeff Duncan beats it right down the court. One pass, layup. That alludes to what you said earlier. A good point guard, pass, and it's a layup, and you just saw that on that possession.
Fairfield being Fairfield.
Fairfield being, and like I say, Frankie has, I really think they should go back to that half-court trap. Picking up full court with these guards, they're just going to beat you down the court. And like you say, they struggled in the first half somewhat with that trap. So DeMarcus Williams from the corner, that's a bang out. Told you. He's knocking that down. He is knocking that down. He is one of those guys, like I said, in the class of 2025, and I mentioned this to you early before we came on air. I said DeMarcus Williams is a guy who reminds you of Frederick Garrick for Buckhorn, a guy who is underappreciated for the value that he brings to his basketball team. Like I said, DeMarcus doesn't shoot much, but when he does, he's efficient, and he makes it. And that, like you say, he went inside in the corner, got the kick out right there, and that's him for an open shot, same way it is for Fred. You give those guys open shots, 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to knock it down.
Well, let's see who can rebound the basketball this last 5:51. I think that's really what's going to determine it. It seems like whoever can get that gritty offensive rebound in this game,
right,
is ahead on the scoreboard.
Like I say, man, this is going to be a toughness game, man. It's 40-45, 5:51 to go, left in the fourth quarter. James Clemens and Fairfield. If you're not watching this on NFHS, man, you're tripping. Like I say, y'all know we usually watch the games with y'all, but we're here live. So if we watch the game, it's going to be on a delay. So we'll be a little bit ahead of y'all. So it might throw it off a little bit. So we're just going to sit here and talk y'all through it, man. If you're watching it on NFHS, man, please do. Because like I say, the gym is packed. Lance, let me ask you, Lance, how many people you think in the gym right now?
Easily about 1,200, I would say. Easily,
man. Like, we didn't hit the thousands already in day one, man. And we're only halfway through the day, man. It's been like this since the first game. This gym has been packed. And like I said, I was in Jasper last week, right? And they put on a great event for the City of Jasper Christmas tournament. But the thing about it was that was the difference. The tournament was ran immaculately. But the difference is, I like Noah Gorman, bro. I like him. He's physical as he drives to the basket.
Hungry.
Yeah,
hungry.
Right. You could tell he has an edge about himself also, and he's going after it right now. But what I was saying, man, like I was in Jasper last week, and that was a beautifully ran tournament. Shout out to Jasper High School and all the sponsors that came out and made that event what it was. However, the reason the Huntsville City Classic is revered as the #1 tournament in the state of Alabama is because of what you see right now. The gym is packed. It was not a lot of people in the gym last week in Jasper. As good as it wasn't a lot of people in there. But right now, this gym is packed. And because that's why I say this is the mecca of high school basketball, because North Alabama loves their basketball, man. And you got to love that they love it, because when you sit here and watch it, oh, that's a dunk. MJ Jones on the rim. Yep. I'm telling you, Frankie's going to
first pass by the point guard right here.
Right. But then you've had a point guard making a pass to the middle, and then that's a point guard catching it, making the next pass. Frankie's gonna have to come out of this full court pressure.
Full court.
Yeah, they're breaking it way too easy. That's 2 straight layups, man. Those guards are way too good for Fairfield to try and pressure them the way that Frankie's trying to pressure them right now. Like I say, that's a second back door. What? Listen, Jeff Duncan got backdoored on the last place by Noah Gorman, and DeMarcus Williams got backdoored right on that play by Noah Gorman. There has to be an adjustment made by Coach Maurice Ford. And he's bringing DeMarcus Williams over to the bench right now to talk to him. They're going to have to make an adjustment because they're overplaying that pass on the wing. And Noah Gorman is just backdooring them to death. And London Townsend is making really good passes to him as he goes back to the line to shoot 2.
He's got 14 right now.
Yep, makes the first, man. He has 14 right now, and he ended the first half with only
6, I think.
Actually, he had 3 points. He had 3 coming out of half, so 11 points so far, make it 12 for Noah Gorman here in the second half as he's keeping James Clemens in it single-handedly.
They're backing off that full court pressure.
Smart. They're staying the man-to-man, though. Staying the man-to-man. Frankie is a man-to-man guy, so I'm not mad at him. but they're trapping out of it. You're right, Lance. They're trapping out of it, so they're still trying to pick up that pressure. But you can't see. Coach Maurice Ford will sit on it. He will Jack Doss you, right? But not today because of the shot clock. But there it is, and one for Dylan Horton for Fairfield. Excuse me, for Glenn Thomas. Glenn Thomas for Fairfield gets the and one as he goes to the line to shoot one. That was a big play as that puts Fairfield up 6 with 4:40 to go here in the fourth quarter from the 42nd annual Huntsville City Classic. I'm interested to see how this game ends. With a lot of those guys back, Fairfield has changed up that rotation a whole lot since the last time I saw them early in the season versus Fairfield. They've changed up that rotation a whole lot. And it seems to be working as you see they're starting to not overplay on those wings and take away those backdoor cuts. As Fairfield goes to a little bit of a trap. Nice move, London Townsend, but he misses it. Alexander Blue with a big rebound. He's been playing huge here on the inside for James Clemens as he gets a chance for the and one, going to the line to shoot 145, 50 to 45, 4:25 to go, man. We're gonna try to keep it here. We're gonna run this like kind of like a radio broadcast, Lance. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play by play them and keep it going the whole time.
And we're hoping that Bo's Best Wings is watching and delivers us some wings to the gym.
Hey, Cardell, my man, Cardell Lightford. I'm gonna have to put in the call for the order and have it brought up here to us, man. As y'all know, man, when we come to Huntsville, man, there's only one place we're going, and that's Bo's Best Wings. Shout out to our guys over there at Bo's Best Wings who sponsored us for our iBall Radio North Alabama Media early preseason. Did he foul out? Oh, did he foul out? I think he just fouled out. If that's the case, that's going to be big. Hamilton only had one in the first half. Look at that. DeMarcus Williams poised. That see, there it is, Lance. That's the 2-guard front. That's alleviating that trap. It's hard for James Clemens to get that trap with that 2-guard front because they're just throwing it over the top. Jeff Duncan is living in the paint right now, but he's got to be careful. That was a borderline call. That could have been a charge as he used the jump stop then, but he penetrated a little too deep, and he tends to do that at times.
Let's watch how much of the shot clock they keep on taking it down. They kind of hold on to it, and then about 10 seconds they try to go. Let's see if they do the same thing.
Jeff Duncan out top with it. London Townsend guarding between the circles. Starts his dribble on the left wing. Hand check on London Townsend.
See, he held on to that for about 10 seconds of the shot clock right there.
Right.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
You got to step to that, MJ. You can't wait for the pass. Tough pass by Jeff Duncan, but MJ Jones has to step to the basketball and go meet the pass. You can't wait on it, especially in the full court. Nice. Good block by Alexander Blue.
Got to get a bucket right here for James Clemens.
There it is, London Townsend. Bang.
Whoa,
first
shot.
3 of the second half. That might be his first bucket of the second half.
Well,
huge.
They added the points to the wrong
Yeah,
people on the scoreboard.
It's 48 to 50 to 48. They'll get it corrected. There it is. 2-point game, 3:04 to go. DeMarcus Williams out top.
If you see, they're denying number 5.
Yeah, they're denying Jeff Duncan the basketball. But listen, I understand. I understand what Frankie's doing, but they got the ball in DeMarcus Williams' hand. If you ask me, I'd rather have it there anyway because he's so freaking solid. Look at him. That's a point guard right there. You saw how he tracked that ball back from the left corner? Bang. They ran that shot clock all the way down, man. They wasted 33 of the 35 seconds before they took that shot and still wound up with an offensive rebound. That's a great offensive possession by Fairfield there.
What do we say fourth quarter was going to be all about?
Yep.
Rebound.
Offensive rebounder. Who can come up with the big offensive rebounds? That's going to be the difference in the basketball game.
Remember that one at the 2:30 mark right there.
Eric Williams checks in right now. Sophomore guard. Listen, They now have 3 ball handlers on the floor with DeMarcus Williams, Eric Williams, and Jeff Duncan. It's going to be hard for James Clemens to pressure this squad that they have on the floor right now. It's going to be extremely hard to pressure them. Because this kid here with the basketball, Eric Williams, the sophomore, is lightning fast. Three-point guards on the floor. It's hard to trap, man. It's hard to trap with 3 PGs on the floor.
Shot clock at 15.
Great timeout call for it.
11 seconds on the shot clock. 2:10 to go. 48-50. Fairfield.
Let me ask you this. Now, after this, we talked about ATOs, and for those that don't know, when we say ATO, we mean after timeout plays, right? Plays that coaches draw up in timeouts, come out and execute. What does Coach Ford draw up right now? We see him down there talking to his basketball team. What does with 11 seconds on the shot clock? He hadn't really had to coach like this in the past, right? You don't have to coach to, okay, I got it on the ATO. It's 11 seconds on the shot clock. What do I need to come out and run? Kind of talk about the thought process of Coach Ford right now, Lance. What do you think he's going through his mind talking to his team about?
He's going to get something going to the basket. He's going to get one of those little guards isolated, just take him off the dribble and go.
Right, because the next foul puts James Clemens in the bonus. And as we know, the rules have changed in high school basketball in Alabama this year. There's no longer a 1-on-1. It's down from 7 fouls to 5 fouls, right? So after the 5th foul, it's 2 shots the rest of the way. So the next foul by James Clemens will put Fairfield at the line. I'm going to tell you like this. Fairfield is a great free throw shooting team. And that was a flop. They usually call that. Jeff Duncan up top. Clock. And that's a foul. Oh, he almost made it.
Bailed him out.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think they ran that play.
No, that's not what he drew up.
Not at all. If that's what he drew up, he wasted the timeout, right? Because they came out and they threw it into the backcourt, but they didn't look like they knew what they were doing or where they wanted to go, right? And that was a real interesting play. But Jeff Duncan to the line for 2. Makes the first. Like I say,
offense for defense. Right
offense for defense. Smart as Coach Ford brings back Kenneth Benefield, the big man for Fairfield.
Gorman coming back in.
Jeff Duncan misses the second. That's huge for James Clemens because they were unable to get Noah Gorman back on the court. London Townsend with the basketball up top right now on the left wing as he drives. Stop. Picked up by MJ Jones. Nice baseline drift. He missed the 3. Good rebound by DeMarcus Williams in traffic. MJ Jones. Good pass. No rush. Should be no rush for Fairfield right now. Shot clock is their fin. Turnover on the baseline. London Townsend. Missed it. MJ Jones on the rebound. 1:21 to go. 3-point basketball game. 51-48. Fairfield still leading.
Just laid that up.
Yep. Oh!
Reminiscent of the first half.
I'm going to tell you, turnovers like that happen when you're not aggressive, right? Like DeMarcus Williams is a solid ball handler. He doesn't turn it over a lot, but that was a bad turnover because he wasn't even being pressured in the backcourt, right? He just threw it over top without putting pressure on the defense. You got to get down, make that defense collapse, and then there's going to be an open man on the skip.
When you start playing not to lose instead of playing to win.
Right.
Like that.
Knockdown shot right there.
Play.
Yakota knocks down a little short mid-range jumper. 1-point basketball game, 44 seconds to go. Fairfield with the basketball.
If they run the shot clock out, they'll have about 11 seconds. Coming back the other way. Ooh.
Physical.
20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Jeff Duncan out top with it on the left wing. Pressure coming and trapping up top. Nice spin move. Jeff Duncan with the basket. What a move by Jeff Duncan. 16 seconds to go. 3-point basketball game. Time out, James Clemens.
So who shoots your basketball right here?
Man, I'm telling you, I'm running some for Noah Gorman, right? He's been the hot hand in the second half. My second option would be London Townsend in the corner. The only problem is who are you going to have initiate the offense?
Yep. Who's going to initiate?
Who's going to initiate it? Because those two are the two you want taking your shots, but who's going to initiate the offense to get them going? So what are we going to see Coach Frankie Sullivan run after this timeout? He has his board out, coaching them up. On the floor right now, he has Blue, Townsend, Gorman. I'm going to say his right. Yakota. Yeah, I said it right, Lance? I think I said it right. Yakota, and they also have Cleaves on the floor. Who is he going to run this for? Who is he going to run it through? 14 seconds to go on the dot. 53-50. Fairfield leads here late in the fourth quarter. We've had a lot of.
He's doing a dribble at and then bringing the shooter back up to the top of the key.
We got the bird's eye view up here, so we're able to see Coach Frankie Sullivan board as he draws it up, man. So interesting to see.
He's going to dribble at the shooter. Shooter's going to run through the paint to the top of the key, rubbing some guys off for a look. Looks like Isaiah's going to be the administrator.
Okay, here we go, man. London Townsend's taking it out at the timeline.
So with this setup, look who the shooter is going to be, sir.
Yep. They tried to run an elevator. It didn't come. Yakota. Oh, he missed it. And that'll do it. That will do it. They had the shot they wanted. Had Yakota coming off. Great look. Great draw up by Coach Frankie Sullivan to get the shot he wanted. He's asking for a foul on that one. You're not getting that call in that situation. It was a little bang, but he got the shot he wanted just off the rim. 1 second to go. Jeff Duncan going to the line to put this game away. One free throw, and this game is over as he gets ready to shoot the first, and he knocks it down, man. 54-50, 1 second to go here from the 42nd interval.
That two-guard front adjustment changed the game.
Changed the entire game, man. Great coaching by Coach Maurice Ford as he makes the adjustments at halftime, comes out after halftime, and knocks it down. As Jeff Duncan makes the second one, and that will do it here from the 42nd annual Huntsville City Classic as Fairfield defeats James Clemens 55-50. Derek Williams, our guy Lance Gilbert from Huntsville, sitting in with us right here on the iBall Radio Live, man. We're going to be back to preview the next game coming up between
Enterprise Ramsey.
Columbia. No, we got Columbia and Thompson coming up next. We'll be right back here from the 42nd Huntsville City Classic. iBall Radio, iBallradio.com.